Hello, this is Big Boss, Rescue Chief of Humane Emergency Animal Rescue. Welcome to our series, Animal Rescue, A Photographic History, a place for us to share a collection of original, vintage photographs documenting animal rescue incidents and the undeniable human-animal bond dating back to the 1930s.
Hello, let's get right to it. Welcome to our very first edition, episode, whatever you want to call it, of Animal Rescue, a Photographic History. We don't have a whole lot of them, so if we do them too frequently, they'll be here and gone. So we're going to space them out to maybe one or two a month for the next several months. Um, just so you have something, so you have a little gem to look forward to. Gem, G-E-M, gem. All right, like a diamond. Hopefully you appreciate these photos as much as we do. Okay, let's take a look at photo number one here. This is from page one of our photo album. It's titled Animal Rescue League. It's from 1940. We believe this is out of New York City. You've got a dude dressed in that typical 1940s style clothes there with that fedora on. And what appears to be a suitcase bound together with belts, and a cat escaping, going in the opposite direction. You've got to love those cats because they have set boundaries and just not going to get away with crossing those boundaries. You just got to love kitty cats for that. I just thought this would probably be really an appropriate image here, and it's just really fun, isn't it? To see that. What's interesting though is if you look at all the bars on the windows there, what was going on in that part of town that they had bars on all of their windows? Anyway, I think that's kind of interesting. And we'll go ahead and get right over to, this is going to be the second image in our photo album. I thought this would be really appropriate here. This is, I'll just go ahead and read really quick from the what's on the back of the photo. Remember, all of these photos are, I'm guessing they're all from newspapers, that they're all original photographs here. And they've got the printing on the back is directly from the newspaper that they came from. Some cases, I don't know what the newspaper was. But this photo was taken April 29th, 1963 by Ed Valdez. And it says, the SPCA begins animal rescue service. The Houston Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, 519 Sack Street, has added an animal rescue unit to its service. Carl Turner, an SPCA driver, shows off the truck and some of the equipment that will enable him to coax cats down from trees and take injured animals to the veterinarian. Gerald P. Lowe, manager of the SPCA, said the truck will be used to pick up injured animals and rescue animals in troublesome situations. He said the new service was badly needed. Yeah, I couldn't agree with him more. And doesn't look like much has changed since 1963, has it? Animals always find themselves in, what do they say, troublesome situations, and that hasn't changed in any way whatsoever. All right, let's take a look at this photograph. If you would, when you're looking at the screen, watch for my pointer. Unfortunately, I'm unable, due to the software that I'm using, unable to enlarge that pointer anymore. So let's start with the top of the truck. You can't have any animal rescue unit without a ladder. That looks like a typical 28-foot aluminum ladder there. And you're going to need that because you're going to have wildlife and various species of animals, cats, whatever, up telephone poles, on roofs, and in trees. And then you got the van there. That's a VW van. Just a little side note, my family had, I don't know how many of these trucks on military bases throughout the South, all the way up until the 1990s, running food trucks among the other restaurants that they owned. You got a well-appointed dude here that looks like he's still kind of dressed for the 1950s. He's got that cool hat on. I bet there's a pack of cigarettes in that front pocket there. And then those cuffed sort of baggy pants that they all wore back then. In his right hand, we see I think it's sort of a doctor's type bag there, or maybe it's a TV repairman type bag. But I'm going to suspect that there is either bandaging materials in there for first aid, or it could be partly a drug box, so that if he needs to sedate an animal out in the field, he'll be able to do that. Because that can tell you what, from my own firsthand experience, is that being able to sedate an animal can make a tremendous difference out there. And then in his left hand, we see what I believe are either homemade or just worn out catch poles for reaching in and capturing animals and moving them into what they were using cages back then. We use crates or cages. But I've never seen vintage catch poles before, so I don't know if this was commercially made or homemade. It looks kind of homemade to me. Thank goodness we have stuff that's commercially made now that are just high quality tools to help animals without hurting them, if you know what you're doing, that is. Also to his right and under that box, there are those two wire cages there, that expanded wire with wheels. Wow, I wish I could find something like that today. Those could really be helpful in moving different animals around or transferring them from a vehicle into a confinement setting. And then down by his feet, you can see what's clearly a wooden box with what appears to be wire hardware cloth for ventilation there. That's probably what they're using for cats or other small species there. This is pretty cool, isn't it? All right, so watch in the future for more of these photographs. We have quite a number of them. Hopefully we can add more to our collection. If you have any and you'd like for us to have some, contact us on our website at www.hear, the numbers 911.com. That's HEAR 911.com. We'd like to thank 5 Element Animal Wellness and Dr. Bug for making this series possible. Without her support, we wouldn't have been able to make these videos. And don't forget to, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And just as important, if not important, like the video and share it on your social media. That could really help us a lot if we're able to generate funding from our YouTube channel. Okay, until next video, this is Big Boss. I'm out.